how do you recommend, especially in this fast-paced digital age, to catch ourselves when we're doing that? We're chasing after that shiny object.
That's a great lead into the second pillar of mindfulness and self-awareness. In my work with leaders and their teams, coaching them and helping their effectiveness often has to do with them facing that what got them here isn't necessarily what's going to get them to that next level of needing to operate in more strategic ways and enable the change that's required by their environments. In fact, if you look at the results of training investments and leadership programming, there's at best about a 20% sustainable change. And that forgetting curve kicks in as soon as one day in, and up to that first month after will often undermine that incredible investment that organizations are making. So sustained change really requires flipping it around to maybe 20% insight and then an 80% focus on muscle building, which is a build on that first practice we talked about, it really being intentional with focusing on what are the priorities and the habits that we can put in place. It is really about noticing our mindset and expanding the line of sight by observing patterns. In fact, the SEALs get trained in situational awareness for that very reason. It's about intentionally playing above the line with that focus on priorities and outcomes, and yet also dealing with what's below the line. This is where our self-saboteurs and self-limiting beliefs reside. That's what got us there often, and yet is going to get in our way to getting to that next level of breakthrough. And so a takeaway to consider for mindfulness and self-awareness is really to identify what is energizing, because time is a finite resource, yet the good news that energy is replenishable. It requires knowing what is our purpose, what are the care abouts and the values that really refuel our tanks, and then what is draining, what are some automatic thought patterns that may be getting in our way so that we can correct for being able to accomplish those intentions and priorities.